No, we'll learn more about that later. Hi guys, how are you? I know this is strange that I'm actually having a live at this hour. It's my first live in like a very long time. I don't remember the last time I had a live, and I'm actually super excited about it. Here I have a notebook that I was taking notes on at the event that I was attending, that I want to give you guys an update regarding. And here I have this gift box that is written thank you, and I'm going to open it later because I believe that we all want to know what's in here. So I'm going to leave it here because yeah, it's something that we're going to open together later, probably when I'm about to end the live or something like that. So today's almost coming to an end, which is quite a surprise. And a good thing actually, not quite a surprise because I mean, we knew today was going to end at some point, but it's a surprise to me because I feel like Friday moved so fast. So I'm just going to fill you in on like what I did when I woke up. So I woke up around 8. I prepared to go to UNISA because a friend of mine sent me there to collect some books for them. And when I got there were not books for them. So I ended up just doing some window shopping around that area, around Gandhi Square, because here in Joburg, UNISA is close to Gandhi Square, around Gandhi Square. I then did some grocery shopping that was unplanned. But it went well, and I Ubered back to race. Around the time I got here, it was like raining, so I decided to quickly prepare for the event that I was gonna attend, and I wasn't sure. And part of the reason why I wasn't sure about what to wear. So part of the reason why I wasn't sure about what to wear is because this T-shirt that I'm wearing, as you can see, it has a face on it and a hand. So definitely, it would make me feel like not be sure of anything because like why is this giving casual, is it formal, and I wasn't even sure of the theme, but I never asked. I was invited last minute for some reasons that I'm not going to disclose in this video. But the best thing is I went to the Sizanani launch. So Sizanani is a Zulu word for help each other. And the logo is two hands holding each other, and the other one is lighter in yeah, it's lighter in skin complexion, and the other one is blue, I think, in navy blue, which means darker in complexion. But it's just saying that is that as a kezana, hands wash each other, meaning people need to help people. So, and we also have another saying that says umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu, meaning a person is a person. It means I am because you are. Yeah, I think the direct translation is I am because you are. But it was quite a nice event. It's launched. It's being launched actually to as a way of trying to raise about 6 million rands. So the people that were there at the launch, some of them donated some money. And this money is going to go towards this project that mainly focuses on providing food to Wits University students on weekends. So we have a program called the WCCO, and the WCCO mainly focuses on providing food to students during the week from Mondays to Friday. Those are your ADAS students and students that stay at or that stay off campus. And those students that stay in catered residences on campus, they are not provided for, and the middle class is also not provided for. Meaning that there are certain students that benefit and there are others that do not. There are certain students that benefit because of the assumption that they need to benefit. They are the ones that are hungry on campus. But there are other students that do not benefit because there is an assumption that they do have food and they have funds, which is a very sad situation because everyone comes with these assumptions and it's not really what is happening. It's not true. Not everyone has food. Just because at home your parents in a certain their pay falls within a certain budget, like a certain bracket, actually does not necessarily translate that okay, fine, at home you're comfortable, you have funds, they can fund you academically and they can provide food for you. So this is Anani came in as it's a project by students, for students. just to focus on what is called on bridging the gap between this shortage that is being experienced by Wits University students, because the WCCO as it is right now, it can only cater to 1,000 students a day, food to 1,000 students a day. Thank you to the 2 people that are watching my live. Please stay, don't leave, and please invite others, and please subscribe if you're not subscribed. And ABC123 saying hi baby, hi baby, how are you? Please respond on the chats there, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Anyway, and listen to the conversation, because this is very important. It's talking about hunger and starvation in universities and in the world in general. It's a topic that is not necessarily taboo, but we don't speak about it a lot. Like, when was the last time you thought about how certain people don't have food, because as much as we pass people in the streets and we see them begging, I don't think anyone ever stops and say, I'm giving you this money because I know you're hungry and you need food. It's just like one of those things. So anyway, so this WCCO currently provides food to at least 1,000 students per day. And that's like not even 1%. Is it 1%? Because at Wits University we have over like 40,000 students. So if you're providing for at least 1,000 students per day, I don't think you are providing for a lot, you see. So there is a need for these funds to be raised. And students that began this project were actually part of some leadership groups at the university. Some were actually in-house committee, others were in all risk committees, and they came up with this idea because they were seeing the students, because they were leading the students. And which says a lot about student leadership. It's so important because it's people on the ground. It's people that relate to the people who are facing these challenges that are being brought to them. So they are in a better position to help. Thank you for joining us, to whoever's watching. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed as I continue with this conversation. I'm just giving an update regarding what was happening during my to the event that I attended today. It's a launch for this program that aims to raise 6 million rands for students at Wits University, so as to help bridge the gap between the food that WCCO, a program that provides food for students, is providing, and because it only provides during the week and it doesn't provide on weekends. So this project wants to raise the 6 million in order to provide food and food parcels to students that do not have food, the ones that are not being provided for by WCCO, because it can only go to a certain extent, so they want to provide more. So it's just about like raising awareness and reaching a bigger audience and helping more students because they are experiencing these problems. So there are some quotes that I wrote. Let me just read this one. So it says, increase the number of students we give, increase the number of food parcels we give. So this was a quote that one of the things that they were talking about, like I said, it's mainly focusing on giving food to students. When was the last time you bought something to eat and you didn't like how it tasted, and you thought, instead of throwing it away, let me give it to someone, or let me offer it to someone because someone out there may not necessarily have? Or when was the last time you thought, these leftovers that I have after this big event that I just hosted, let me pack them nicely and give them to people who do not have? What do you do with your leftover food? Because you come across some people who generally don't want to eat leftover food, and it then becomes a problem, because it's just like there are other people out there who could use this food that you're throwing away because you have enough. And there were actually numbers that were given, which I think is very interesting, that we in South Africa, about 27% of children under 5 years old die from malnutrition or hunger in South Africa. So you see the need for food to be provided. There is an urgent need for everyone to take a part and do something about like the food issue that we are experiencing as a country. And just some of the quotes that this one is one of this quote that I'm about to say is a quote by, I think, Mama Charlotte Maxlake, if I'm not mistaken. And a lot of our student leaders like using this quote because it's so powerful. So they say that this work that we do is not for us kill the spirit of self. It is for, sorry, let me see. So it is for other people. Actually, that's basically what it says. I'm paraphrasing now because I don't remember writing it down, but I do remember that the SRC president, Umkabai, her name actually is Nambulelo Chia, and also known as Mkabai, was also there, and the SRC for clubs and societies was also there. We also had Utembi, who organized. Is part of the students who came up with this idea from the ARSC, the All Risk Student Committee, came up with this idea to start the Sizanani project, which is quite interesting. That is just one of the many things that happened today. And there was nice food, I don't want to lie. There was nice food that we had there. And I made sure to finish all my food. Because I was thinking, if I don't finish all my food in my plate, what's going to happen to the leftovers? It's going to be thrown away. While we have like statistics that are saying that 27% of children are going to bed hungry, while we have like students that are going to bed hungry, while we have other families in South Africa that do not know what to eat. So I was also playing my part. And sometimes playing your part may be such a lonely. It's people don't speak a lot about how playing your part in matters that are very important, like your littering or pollution, whatever pollution it is, you saying you're choosing to not buy your own car, you're choosing to take public transport because you feel like it will help with the climate change situation that we're experiencing. It will help with limiting the amount of gases that are being released in the air. And everyone, some people tell you that, but everyone is doing it, but everyone is having their car. So what difference will you, just one single person not buying a car, make? It makes a difference, regardless of how small or insignificant it may seem. It does make a difference. And I just want to point that out, because even with the littering thing, I hate people who litter, because I mean the bin is just next to you, or in the next few steps you will see a bin, because there are bins all over Johannesburg, but you will see how dirty it is because there's someone who says, I'm gonna litter here because everyone else is doing it. Why do people live on trends? Why just because someone is doing something now where you want to do it? We shouldn't live like that. You should be able to take a stand and fight against a cause. Stand for something. What do you stand for? You know. But I feel like I'm getting off topic because this is not part of the update. But I'm just being so passionate about this food thing because I understand, and I know, and to a certain extent I relate. And the food should not just be any food, really. It should be nutritious food. And thank you guys for actually being part of the live. Thank you, Mega Ishe. Hi. Yes, thank you for staying in. And please stay on the live because I'm going to open this box towards the end of this live. And I hope you are as curious as I am to find out what is in this box. I actually got it from this event that I was attending that I'm giving an update for. So I also want to know what's in this box. And these are my notes. I'm trying to give you guys like more like an update of what is happening. I did take notes. I always take notes. I could take notes in my phone, but I was using my phone for content because I'm gonna also post a reel later. So I'm just going to read the notes from the notebook that I wrote the notes on. Anyways, I was saying, so you find even with the food thing that you might be doing it, saving food, making sure that if there are leftovers, you make sure that you warm them up for everyone the following day. And people were like, we don't like leftovers, maybe they eat them, whether they like them or not. It's very important because as much as you may say, I'm just one person, maybe you don't see others, but there are others that you do not see that are also putting in effort. And as we just take these small steps towards a specific goal, we will eventually achieve our goal. And right now, our goal is trying our best to save food and to make sure that we consume nutritious food, right? To make sure that students have nutritious food, to make sure that we can donate whatever we can. So in order for you to donate to Sizanani, you can go to our VET websites, look for WCCO, and then make your donation through those platforms. The best part is, if you are running this big company and you know that tax season is going to come and you'll have to pay your taxes, you can actually include the fact that you donated to Wits University when you file in your taxes. It's going to be acknowledged. They will give you some documentation that will help in acknowledging that. I think it will make it easy for you to maneuver that. You can give as little as you can. And I like the way the Deputy Dean of Students, Mr. Tekofat, I forgot his next name, he said, give as much as you are able to, because even a 10 rand goes a long way. But that was not the Deputy Dean of Students, that was the Dean of Students, Mr. Jerome September. He's the one who said that, actually, not Deputy what is called Dean of Students. But they were both there, which is good, because they always show up on these events, and it always shows the support that the students have from the management whenever they are going through this projects or embarking on this journeys to try and change the lives of other students. And they were actually talking about how it's very important to be innovative and creative and solve these problems that we're experiencing, come up with ways. And they made reference to a business that was started by, sort of like a partnership that was started by this other student at Val, whom within the Val communities, the neighboring supermarkets, she made a deal with them. And this deal was that leftovers, because she was wondering what do they do with these leftovers, whenever they cook foods, because in your supermarkets they have that part where there is cooked food, they bake, and you wonder, what do they do with the waste of the food then is not bought, it's not sold in the day. What do they do with the leftovers? Because obviously you need to be mindful that you need to sell to students, to people actually of the community, food that is fresh, that does not harm them in any way. No food poisoning should be experienced by any consumer of your food from your particular supermarket. Therefore, it kind of then forces them to kind of like come up with a plan on how to dispose the food. And it doesn't help for them to just keep it until it's rotten and then they throw it away. I once worked at a supermarket, and I know that supermarkets do these things. They wait for food to be rotten and then they throw it away. And then it's waste. And I don't understand why they wait for it to be rotten, why they could just give it to people. And we, as the people that worked at that particular supermarket, we're not allowed to eat those things. So like, let's say you're shopping and a pack of chips drops, or somehow the bread plastic tears and the bread is exposed. They would just tell us to take it and put it in the bag along with breakages. So there goes your broken cups. So that bread that has a plastic that is torn, we put it there at the back as well, and then we wait for it to rot. And then when the truck comes, at some point a big truck is going to come and it's going to take all this thing and going to dump it somewhere at a dumping site. I mean, this bread was not spoiled. Someone could have still eaten it or used it, but just because the plastic was torn and the bread was exposed to like to oxygen or carbon dioxide, whatever air that was around it, then it's bad. So this student then came up with a system, very innovative, very creative. The student then came up with a system in which they agreed with these with these supermarkets, that students can buy tokens. So this food is not going to go to waste. When it's still fresh, it's still good, and it hasn't sold out for that particular day, students get some tokens that are like discounted tokens, and they can go with those tokens to those supermarkets to buy those foods at discounted prices. Such a brilliant idea. I was like, when I heard it, I'm like, but this idea works so much. It's a system that solves problems of hunger within the students' populace. And also it solves this problem that these businesses have of this food that is surplus, that they have more of and they want to dispose, because now they're not going to take all this food and eat. Like leftover food from like a concert or like a big event that you were having at home. What do you do with those food? Do you keep on eating it every single day until it finishes? You eat it in the morning, during lunch, because at some point it's going to go bad. So what do you do with those type of foods? That could be your contribution to the community in solving this hunger situation. Don't mind. Back in KZN, I like what they do. They do not necessarily, there are people who get invited to events, but they do not necessarily say, if you come to an event and you're not invited, then go back. They don't have that culture. If you're there, you must eat, you must drink umqombothi like everyone else, you must get cakes like everyone else. It doesn't matter whether you contributed or whether you were invited or not. That's why I sometimes feel like these events are so important for them to take place, because people can then go and eat. And other people go solemnly to eat because there is hunger at home. So it's very, very important to be mindful of the fact that other people are hungry, and just giving someone to run may be helpful. It's good. I recommend that you guys do that when people are begging, because you don't know their needs. Maybe it's for medication, maybe it's for clothes, and when you're busy giving them food, then that's not solving the problem that they have. So, but then, yeah, it was quite important. And these speeches were given just before people were asked to pledge. Can you just imagine, after the word has touched you so much and you feel like, Yazin, this hunger thing is so serious, we need to do something about it, then you don't pledge. Yo, I felt embarrassed because I didn't pledge, but I'm here raising awareness. I didn't pledge because I don't have money. I don't have a bursary currently, but that's not an excuse. I'll do my part. So, in doing your part, you can do what this other guest at the event did. They knew that in their own personal capacity, they could not donate. So what they did was bring a friend who could donate. How wonderful is that? How thoughtful is that? You know, like how when you cannot help someone wherever they need, but you know someone who can help them, just refer them to that person. So I think you can do the same. If you feel like in your personal capacity, you can help with students, help them. But if you can't in your personal capacity and you know someone who can, tell that person that, hey, there is an opportunity for you to make an impact. There is an opportunity for you to help a student graduate. There is an opportunity for you to help a student have food, go to sleep with food in their stomach. We're sitting at 5 people watching the live. I'm so excited. Hi guys, don't exit. We have this box that we're gonna open at the end, so please stay for whatever that I'm talking about, which is an update from my day that I had today at the event I was attending. A launch for a project called Sizanani that aims to raise awareness regarding food shortage, that is the shortage of food that is being supplied to students, and it aims to raise an amount of 6 million. And I don't have 6 million, hence I'm coming to you guys that if you have money that you can donate, or you know someone who has money that can donate, then you get them to donate. Hi Nofundo, how are you? Yes, I'm appreciating all the comments. Thank you guys. So yes, you can also ask questions. Please subscribe, share the live with other people that are awake at this time. I know it's an ungodly hour, but about the spirit and the clothing and the box and the notes, everything was encouraging me to come here to tell you guys everything. So I figured, let me just come and tell you guys everything so that you guys get it in demand while it's still fresh. Everyone just has information by now. So it's quite a very interesting what is called conversation that we're having. So this is also another thing that happened at the event. I met this guy. You know, I find it very fascinating how people just look at me and think, well, it would be nice to tell this person about this particular thing. And most of the time, it's usually something that's like really, really personal. They just want to dump it on me. And now I don't know what to do with this heavy personal thing that a stranger told me. Or it's entrepreneurship stuff. And I'm like, do I look like I'm an entrepreneur? Do I look like I work somewhere? Because actually the first question was, where do you work at? Which department are you in? I'm like, I must be dressed really well, hey? But I was doubting the outfits. Like I said at the beginning of this live, there was this face going on here. So it was really not, I wasn't sure whether it was giving formal or like casual, what's going on. But I wanted to keep on a formal look. But yeah, boy, this face kind of took the formal out of the look. But it was working. Oh, you are a safe space. Thank you. Thank you. That's so nice. That's so kind. That's so kind. Thank you. Mm. I have a feeling that you're gonna tell me all your secrets. It's fine. Tell me. I'm not gonna tell anyone. But yeah, as I was saying, this person then tells me that they were a student at Wits. They started BA Law, and they went on to do their LLB after doing their 3 years of BA Law. They had an option of either continuing with BA Law or doing a course in business management. I think, yes, something in business. But they didn't do it because they followed what their friends were doing. And they don't necessarily regret it because now they have their law degree, but they're back at Wits to do a course in something management. Let me think about it. In, like contingency plans. They're like in disaster management. That is business related. So I think it's like business disaster management, something like that. But it sounds like that. So it has to be something like that. Yeah. But it was quite an interesting thing because then now they tell me about how they, back in 2018, I think, they were on campus and they thought of this business idea of selling popcorn to students. And they thought of selling this popcorn to students. They're close to Amictech. So if you're familiar with the Wits University campus, so you know where Amictech is at. So you'd know like how smart it was for them to locate their business, to position their business there. Because obviously a lot of students pass there, students that are getting off buses. Oh, we're sitting at 6 now. Thank you for joining us. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I'll also stay for the opening of this box. I got it from an event that I was attending, so we're gonna open it at the end. It's even written thank you. I think it's written thank you for attending, but it's just written thank you, but not thank you for attending. But yeah, we know they're thanking us for attending and donating to those who donated. Anyway, so as I was saying, so it was smart for them to locate their business there. Hey there, Mom Kize. Thank you for joining in. Anyway, if you have any questions, please send them through. I will answer them as I continue. I'll just like acknowledge you when you drop a comment, and then I'll continue to answer your question. So, it's officially another Happy New Month, guys. It's a minute past 12 on the 1st of March. Happy New Month. I hope this month is gonna be better than last month, if last month was a disaster. I know it was busy for me and I was confused most of the time and I was in the wrong bus most of the time, but hopefully, and I was late most of the time, hopefully March is going to be kinder. Anyway, as I was saying, going back to like the story of the guy who was selling popcorn. He was selling popcorn for 5 rand. So as you can see, 5 rand was also a good idea to price his popcorn as 5 rand. Because what can you get on campus for 5 rand? Literally nothing else other than that popcorn. I mean, today we can't get anything really. But at that time, because he was selling popcorn, you could get popcorn for 5 rand. And 5 rand is not money. Like, it's not a lot of money. That's what I wanted to say. It's not a lot of money. And a lot of places at Wits sell very expensive things, especially the cafeterias. So you understand that he was also, in a way, helping students to, I don't know, to snack on something, to not go hungry for a very long time. Because just if you stay hungry for a very long time, you start feeling dizzy. And other people faint. I've never fainted, but yeah, I do feel the dizziness sometimes when I go for longer hours without eating. So you see the need to eat. And popcorn does have that way of like just filling you up a bit. So he was selling popcorn, and he says business was booming so much that he even got partnership. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mega, for hoping that I have a great new month. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yeah, I hope it's kinder to you too. Anyway, so as I was saying, so this guy saw that business was booming and he he then decided to open a second branch. Imagine a second popcorn branch. So he needed to get another popcorn machine so they can locate it somewhere. Because he was selling fresh popcorn. He wasn't packing it. He was selling fresh popcorn that he was popping at that particular time. And there were long queues of students queuing for the popcorn. And I was like, something as simple as popcorn, he had to open another branch type of thing, because obviously he had to locate another machine somewhere where he saw there was a lot of traffic. And I think it mentioned somewhere close to the Wits Science Stadium, because he said it located it somewhere different. So I think it must have been the Wits Science Stadium, because also there's a lot of traffic that side, because the science students take their classes that side. And the science faculty has so many disciplines in it. You can just imagine. Anyway, so yeah, that's what he did. And he was just telling me about how he ended up getting partnership with this other person, and they were taking home, like the take home a month was 20,000. And I'm like, at that age, at that time he's still a student, and he's possibly a breadwinner. You understand? So you understand the significance of being able to be like innovative and think outside the box, challenge yourself, read, listen to podcasts that are very influential, that have a way of impacting your life in a positive way, forcing you to grow, to not stay in your comfort zone, because he didn't stay in his comfort zone. As a result, he was taking home 20,000 rand as a student who has 2 popcorn machines at 2 different locations on campus. How smart is that? So, but we're all taking 20,000 home a month. Guys, you need to subscribe, you need to watch, you need to like, you need to share. I might be making money from YouTube if you guys do that, which is great. So yes, as I was saying, he shared that, and it was very impactful. There's also another student who spoke about their hydrogen water pumping machine that they created as part of an innovative way to solve the water issue. So as many people who know, especially people stay in Parktown, close to Braamfontein, they know we constantly face water issues. There is a pump that's not pumping well. There is this, there is that. There's always an issue with the water here, especially in Johannesburg, Shem. There's no Gauteng province has no water. It has no water. While people in KZN are experiencing floods, and they are obviously, others are drowning, which is so sad. Imagine there's too much water that side, and this side there's none. Well, even when it rains, it's not even serious rain like that. I remember last week it rained quite a lot, but did it fill our dams, or I don't know, where our rivers still flowing from that time when it rained, stuff like that. So it's quite a big problem. However, back to the topic that was in the house. Let me see what else I manage to write here. That some students experience that there's more month at the end of the meals because, food runs out. And one of the quotes that I also have here, I think I spoke about Asipe Kleko. She's the one who came up with the business idea of a hydrogen pump to help with the water issue. And actually, this is also a very interesting fact and sad one indeed that I also took down, that 7,000 something people are dying each day from malnutrition or starvation in the world. You get it? It's so sad. And we often play around with the saying that children are hungry in Africa because people in European countries and Western countries believe that is true. And we usually list other countries other than South Africa when we're speaking about like these issues that have to do with food, insecurity. But we forget that South Africa also has people that are experiencing this food insecurity. Check the expiry dates on things and try to finish it before the end. That will be helpful in terms of like also trying to kind of find a a way to walk around the food insecurity thing. It's way past my bedtime, so I am getting a bit sleepy, so I will end this just now. So just please bear with me, because we're gonna open this box just now. So the last quote that I just want to speak about is that in the end, it's not about what's being said, but what's being done. So now that all that was said at the event, that we experienced at the event, I have shared with you. What are you going to do about this information that you so know? That people are dying, children are dying, people are dying because of food insecurity issues, food insecurity related issues, be it malnutrition or starvation. Think about it twice or thrice just before you throw that food in the bin. Even if it's yours and it's your money, but think about it. Why did you leave it for it to get rotten? Why did you not put it in the fridge? Why did you do that? Why did you waste food? You know? Why? Why are you wasting food? Even if you have a lot of money and it's your money, but know that it's inhuman for you to be wasting food like that when someone out there goes to sleep with nothing in their stomach. It should concern you. You should care about those people. They are not your people from your house, but you should care, because you ought to care about the world you live in, because like it or not, indirectly, it does affect you. It might not be like a direct thing that it's in your house and it's your relative or whatnot, but eventually it will affect you. And if you have the resources to help someone, help them. And if you're like me, who doesn't have the money to give, here I am making a video and talking to you guys, because I believe you are the one who knows, you are the one who know yourself personally, whether you have the means or you know someone who has the means. If you don't have the means, why don't you then speak to someone who has the means and tell them that they should donate to WITS WCCO, WITS Sizanani. They should look for them on the internet, on their platforms. I didn't get the banking details. I would have shared that with you right now, but I can't. Anyway, let me close this book, put it aside, take this box and put it here so that I can unwrap it. Firstly, let me remove this note. Like I said, it was a fundraising event. So people, they had like fundraising cards. I'm going to make a reel, so please look out for the reel. I'm going to post it. I don't know when, but I'm going to post it eventually. It's written, thank you. I don't know if you can see, but here, it's written, thank you. Probably the other side. And I don't know how to orientate it properly, but yeah, it's written, thank you. And I am also thankful for them for inviting me, because now I have all this information that I'm giving you guys. And I'll also be a better human being, do better. And if I can, when I can, I will host you guys for like a party or something. And then we can enjoy a good, healthy, nutritious meal together. Fancy, is it? Let me just unwrap the box like that. You know, like opening all the corners so that the paper is just like flat on the surface, on the table. Thank you all for joining. I'm about to reveal what this is. Thank you all for joining, and I appreciate you taking your time to listen to this very important update about my day. And I hope it's not just going to be an update that you hear today and not do anything about. Tomorrow, do something about it. If today, actually, in a few hours when you wake up, because some of us are about to go to sleep, do something about it. Make sure you don't throw away food. Make sure you do something. You are an activist in a way. For whatever cause you can be an activist for. We have climate change issues that are affecting our continent. We have the food hunger issue that I'm sharing with you. We have students that have fees that are not paid. Who are you helping? What area are you helping? We have people that are suffering from depression. I don't know what skills you have. We have water issues in Johannesburg. What are you doing to help? What are you doing? What role are you playing? We have people without clothes. What are you doing with your old clothes? not old per se, but the ones that you don't like, what are you doing with them? Are you burning them? Why are you burning clothes while other people are out there and without anything to wear? You know, be the change you want to see in the world. That's also a quote from someone. And I'm about to reveal what this is. I think I may have twisted and turned this box way too much. So somehow, somewhat, the cream on my cupcake is no longer the way it was supposed to be. However, it's a cupcake. And it smells good. I think it tastes good. But I had dessert where I was at. And it was very sweet. And this there's a possibility it's going to be very sweet. So I'm not going to eat it. I'm going to eat it tomorrow. But I'll make sure that I eat it because I'm against people who waste food. Don't waste food, guys. Stay blessed. Stay cool. That's it from me today. Bye. Thank you for sharing with us about what you heard and telling us about it, and nice gifts, and good night. Good night, Mega. Thank you so much. Lots of love from me to you, and thank you so much for the support. If there's any new person who subscribed to the channel, I promise you, you made the right decision because we have everything business related and leadership related for you on this channel, and I hope you gained a thing or two from this unplanned live that I'm having this late at night. But thank you for everything. Thank you so much.